Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining this press briefing. We've got a very special guest we're highly honoured to have with us. Dr. Tedros will tell you more.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Margaret. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. Less than 6 months ago, WHO and FIFA signed an agreement to work together to promote health through football. We didn't know then what we know now, that a new virus would emerge that would bring many parts of society to a standstill, including the beautiful game itself. Many football matches have stopped, but our collaboration has become even more important during these difficult times. In fact, it's given us the opportunity of working together more closely than we imagined with FIFA. Football can reach millions of people, especially younger people, that public health officials cannot. Today, it's my great pleasure to welcome my dear brother, Gianni Infantino, President of FIFA, to talk about our joint campaign to pass the message to kick out coronavirus. I'll repeat that. This is a campaign we're starting jointly called Pass the Message to kick out coronavirus. Pass the message to kick out coronavirus. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank FIFA for its generous contribution of $10 million to the COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund. Thank you, my brother, for your generous contribution. To date, the fund has raised more than $70 million in just 10 days from more than 187,000 individuals and organizations to help health workers on the front line to do their life-saving work, treat patients, and advance research and treatment and vaccines. I would also like to thank TikTok for its contribution of additional $10 million and for its valuable support in helping to reach its large young audience with reliable health information. Speaking of which, our new WhatsApp health alert, I will repeat this, speaking of which, our new WhatsApp health alert has now attracted 10 million users since we launched it last Friday. This is just in 4 days, delivering reliable health information directly to their mobile phones. Details on how to sign up are on the front page of our website. The Arabic, French, and Spanish versions will be launched this week. And this is the best way to be connected directly with people. So thank you, Gianni, for your support and the support of the whole footballing community. And I would like to give you the floor to say a few words, but I would like to also recognize that it's your birthday today. So I would like to say happy birthday, my dear brother, and thank you so much for joining us today. Happy birthday, Gianni, again. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much to my dear brother, Tedros, Dr. Tedros. Thank you. My heartfelt thanks for the opportunity to be here at the WHO today. First and foremost, I would like to express our deepest condolences, of course, to all the families of those who have lost their lives across the world as victims of the coronavirus. I would also like to thank everyone, especially those involved in the medical profession, who continue to put the lives of others in front of their own in fighting this disease. We are all in their debt, and their example should encourage us to follow the advice that we are given. So now regarding the campaign, dear Tedros, dear friends, football means so much to billions of people around the world. So it is clear to me that we have to show leadership and solidarity in these difficult days. When you announced, dear Tedros, on a Thursday afternoon at 5 o'clock that this was a pandemic, on the Friday at 9 o'clock I was in your office asking you, how can football help? What can we do? So we have to get the message across the world, and football wants to help. This campaign actually came to us. We didn't need to go looking for it. There are no actors in this campaign, just the players themselves, and they all want to highlight the advice that is provided to all of us, to all of them, by the WHO. For that, I would like to thank all these football players, all the legends who are part of this campaign, for making it possible. And actually, the FIFA teams, dear Tedros, includes, of course, the greatest footballers in the world, but also our 211 member countries and the 6 continental confederations. Together, we are going to roll out this campaign in the next days in videos, in graphics, and in many languages, so we can really pass the message to kick out coronavirus. Well, I think that this virus has shown to all of us 2 things. One is how vulnerable we are, and the other, how global the world has become. Exceptional situations require exceptional measures, and global problems require global solutions. We have to make sure that we recover from this by bringing the entire world together as one and reminding everyone that we are all one kind, the humankind. We have to prove that we are capable of extraordinary global acts of solidarity all together, because health comes first. Everything else comes after. So now we have to be strong. We have to follow the guidance of the WHO, of our governments, and after, we'll have to rebuild our relations, maybe and hopefully with more solidarity and understanding for each other. Football is ready to play its part on that, and we are here for that. And I'm sure of one thing, that like in football, by acting together with determination, discipline, and teamwork, we will win. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Grazie mille, fratello. Grazie mille, Gianni. And now I would like to call Alison Becker, our ambassador, WHO ambassador, who is online, you know, the best goalkeeper, and he plays for Liverpool, and he's from Brazil. Obrigado, Alison, for joining us, and the floor is yours. Please.
Hi, Dr. Tedros. Hi, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Mr. Gianni, first of all, happy birthday for you. I would like to say that this is a great opportunity for me to be together with you, being part of this movement that is starting now, that is starting today. Pass the message to kick out the coronavirus. We football players, we used to act together. We used to work together, to train together. I know now in this tough moment, tough times, everybody have changed the life for something, so for staying home, cannot going out, cannot go into the work. In my case, I'm not able to be together with my colleagues, with my teammates, to do what I love, what is my passion. I was made for playing football, and now, because of these tough times, we are not able to do that, to bring happiness for the people through football. But we also understand that is necessary. It's necessary to stay home. It's necessary to think on the next, to be solidarity. I think in this moment, I believe in this moment, we have to put our solidarity out. It's the moment that we have to put our passion out and think on the next. And I am glad to participate of this movement, because the people need the right information. It's necessary in these moments that we have the right information, and also that we follow the right information. So I would like to say for the people, follow the information from the local authorities. Try to follow the information from WHO. We can trust on them. We can trust that is the right thing to do. And we understand also that health comes first in this moment. It's time, like in football, to have a teamwork. Everybody doing their own job. That includes to be safe, to be at home, to follow the advices. For example, washing hands properly, from keeping distance from the people. But we can't forget that we need now to work as a team. So I would like to show my support for pass the message to kick out coronavirus, and say to you, thank you for being participated, for letting me participate of this movement now that is tough times. And we also need to trust in ourselves, trust in the human capacity to go through adversities. It's not the first time in our lives that we need to overcome from something bad. But now we need the participation from everybody. So I would like again to say thank you. Thank you, Dr. Tedros, and thank you, Gianni.
My little Portuguese, muito obrigado, meu irmão. I hope that's the right one. Obrigado, my brother. Thank you, Alice. Right. Thank you for being our ambassador. Please pass my greetings to your wife also. You both, as a partner, as a pair, are helping us as ambassadors. So thank you so much. Good to hear from you today, and look forward also to hear from Natalia some other time. So thank you so much again. Thank you, Gianni, my dear brother. Grazie mille. 100 anni, or 500 anni. Thank you. I would now like to continue with the rest of my remarks on the COVID-19 pandemic. More than 300,000 cases of COVID-19 have now been reported to WHO from almost every country in the world. That's heartbreaking. The pandemic is accelerating. It took 67 days from the first reported case to reach the first 100,000 cases. 11 days for the second 100,000 cases, and just 4 days for the third 100,000 cases. You can see how the virus is accelerating. But we're not prisoners to statistics. We're not helpless bystanders. We can change the trajectory of this pandemic. Numbers matter because they're not just numbers. They are people whose lives and families have been turned upside down. But what matters most is what we do. You can't win a football game only by defending. You have to attack as well. And my brother Gianni can tell you more. Asking people to stay at home and other physical distancing measures are an important way of slowing down the spread of the virus and buying time. But they are defensive measures that will not help us to win. To win, we need to attack the virus with aggressive and targeted tactics, testing every suspected case, isolating and caring for every confirmed case, and tracing and quarantining every close contact. We recognize that some countries are struggling with the capacity to carry out these offensive measures. Several countries have shown that mobilizing resources internally from less affected regions is one way to increase capacity and help the overwhelmed health system in some regions. We are also grateful that several countries have sent emergency medical teams to care for patients and train health workers in other countries that need support. This is an incredible example of international solidarity. But it's not an accident. WHO has been working with countries for years to build a network of emergency medical teams for exactly this eventuality, to provide surge capacity of high-quality health professionals who can be deployed to care for patients and save lives. And I would like to use this opportunity to thank all countries who have contributed their emergency medical teams to support other countries. Health workers can only do their jobs effectively when they can do their jobs safely. We continue to hear alarming reports from around the world of large numbers of infections among health workers. Even if we do everything else right, if we don't prioritize protecting health workers, many people will die because the health worker who could have saved their lives is sick. As you know, WHO has been working hard with many partners to rationalize and prioritize the use of personal protective equipment. Addressing the global shortage of these life-saving tools means addressing every part of the supply chain, from raw materials to finished products. Measures put in place to slow the spread of the virus may have unintended consequences of exacerbating shortages of essential protective gear and the materials needed to make them. Solving this problem requires political commitment and political coordination at the global level. This week, I will be addressing heads of state and government from the G20 countries. Among other issues, I will be asking them to work together to increase production, avoid export bans, and ensure equity of distribution on the basis of need. We need unity in the G20 countries who have more than 80% of the global GDP. Commitment, political commitment at the G20 level means a very strong solidarity that can help us to move forward and fight this pandemic in the strongest terms possible. So while asking the specific issues, the three issues I said, the most important, ask to G20 leaders is solidarity, to be one and to act as one, because they have the biggest stake in the world in all respects. We also recognize that there is a desperate need for effective therapeutics. There is currently no treatment that has been proven to be effective against COVID-19. It's great to see the level of energy now being directed to research and development against COVID-19. Small observational and non-randomized studies will not give us the answers we need. Using untested medicines without the right evidence could raise false hope and even do more harm than good and cause a shortage of essential medicines that are needed to treat other diseases. That's why WHO has launched the Solidarity Trial to generate robust, high-quality evidence as fast as possible. I'm glad that many countries have joined the Solidarity Trial that will help us to move with speed and volume. The more countries that sign up the Solidarity Trial and other large studies, the faster we will get results on which drugs work and the more lives we will be able to save. Through Solidarity Trial, we will move faster and we will do bigger. And of course, with good quality. Faster, bigger, and good quality. So I would like to end by reminding everyone that although COVID-19 is dominating the world's attention, there is another respiratory disease that's both preventable and treatable, but which kills 1.5 million people every year. And that disease is the old-timer tuberculosis. As you know, tomorrow is World TB Day, an opportunity to remind world leaders of the commitments they have made to end the suffering and death caused by this ancient and terrible disease. The world is rightly responding to COVID-19 with urgency and purpose. We call on the global community to harness that same urgency and purpose for the fight against tuberculosis and for a healthier, safer, fairer world for everyone. The rule of the game to kick COVID-19 out, as we have agreed with my brother Gianni, is to kick it out, and that game is solidarity. So myself and my brother Gianni ask for solidarity to kick out this virus. I thank you. Grazie mille again, my brother, for joining today.
Thank you, Dr. Tedros. And as Dr. Tedros said, solidarity and leadership in all spheres is critical for ending this outbreak. And that is exactly what the football legends involved in this are doing, leading the way. We have a video now which will show you exactly what that means.
So if I may, I would just like to express really a word of thanks to my dear brother, Tedros. Thank you very much. Thanks to Alison as well for the birthday wishes. At least on the day of my 50th birthday, I do something useful, I hope. But let me just say that we are really delighted to have Alison as a WHO ambassador and being part of the team. His approach is being echoed, as you have seen, by players from all over the world. They might be rivals on the pitch, but their message to tackle coronavirus is united. We are all part of the same team. So I would like as well to thank all the players from all over the world, all the legends who are part of this campaign, who are part of this FIFA WHO team. And this is only the beginning of the campaign and the beginning of our fight together. But we will continue. We will continue in solidarity and all together. And as you said, together we will win. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother.
So now we move on to the second half. I don't have a whistle, but now I can open the meeting, the briefing for questions.